From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, okay, cool. So I found this stupid story, okay? It's one of these, is it cheating or is it not cheating stories.
Oh, God.
I can burn through a bunch of them, but there's one that I really want to focus on, okay? So we can burn through a bunch of these. Just in the room, just say yes, no, okay? Whether you think that this is cheating or not. Does kissing somebody else on the cheek count as cheating?
No.
Deepa?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay, cool. Scrolling through Tinder, even when you're bored, but not messaging anyone.
There's intent there, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Giving someone else a massage.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only 22% of people say that that's cheating, by the way.
Come on.
Okay. Only 22%.
Am I a masseuse?
yeah,
No.
okay.
So
Holding-
why am
I don't
rubbing
know.
up some next
I
gal?
don't know. Holding hands with somebody who's not your partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, again, intent.
Okay.
What's
more,
the scenario?
More holding hands. Just holding hands.
No.
No. Okay. Wow. Interesting. But okay. So here's the one that I wanted to focus on real quick before we go.
Okay.
Okay. Your partner has been in a coma for months and doctors tell you they might not wake up. You sleep with someone else. Is it cheating?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, of course it is.
Yeah?
That's cheat. You have to wait till they're dead.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh my Lord.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Finally got a chance last night to go through all the stuff that fans had given me and dropped off at the table during the book signing. A lot of like really cool homemade pictures and cards, and kids gave me a bunch of stuff and everything else.
Beautiful.
But there was one card that I wanted to read to you and to share, if I could.
Of course.
Okay.
You got the readers on, so I know it's serious.
I do. It's a pretty card, butterflies and like flowers and stuff like this. So the card reads this. Dear Roz, I am so excited about your success and new book. Since high school, over 10 years ago, I love listening to your radio show in my dad's car. I lost my dad unexpectedly in my 20s, and I remember feeling guilty laughing at you guys. Without him, but you sharing stories about your own father and struggles while still achieving success has brought me so much comfort. Big fan, despite the fact I may not act like it. P.S. Read the capital letters in this card for a secret message. And then there's capital letters that this person just sort of outlined. And here, I'll read them out to you, okay? Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So...
Hold on.
Okay.
This is going to be emotional.
Just follow along here, okay?
Man.
So write this down, okay?
Okay.
IAM CAILLOU.
Stop it!
What?
Stop
So that's the card. That's the card right there.
Do you remember who it was?
No.
No.
I have no idea.
Hold on. Wait. Stop, everybody. Just stop for 1 second.
Yeah.
Are you telling us that card is from the person that's been trolling for 13 years now
Yes.
as Caillou?
Yes.
Caillou was at the book signing?
Caillou was at the book signing.
My God.
Do you know what this is like, guys? You know when you watch
See right there? Look at right there.
you know when you watch like a murder, like a whodunit,
Yes.
right?
I know.
Then the serial killer, before getting caught, like throughout the movie, keeps showing up at the
Yes.
scene of the crime.
Yes.
To watch all the cops and the
Yep.
detectives try to figure
Yep.
it out and talk.
But
Yep.
you were filming. Did you not look through footage?
No, we weren't filming.
Let me see that card.
I have so many pictures. I have like all this footage that I still have to go through from that night. But yeah, Caillou, the person who's been trolling me. If you don't know, there's been somebody on Twitter who, when we had our kid, I discovered Caillou, and I was like the OG parent hating Caillou. And then this person started, who listened to this show, they started writing all these diss tracks, and they created a Twitter account like over a decade ago. And all they do is troll me on this Twitter account saying that I'm their father and all this stuff, right? And then they started writing songs.
Hey, Roz. Why the long face? You think the fact that I'm your son is a disgrace? I may be spoiled, a little bit whiny, but I think you're just jealous because your head ain't as shiny. But whoa, Roz, you need to pause. Take a deep breath and look at your own flaws. Anyways, I just want to add, no matter what happens, I still love you, Dad.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
bars.
But yes, Maury is right. I have so much footage from the book signing night, from the Wild Night at the bookstore. But the problem is, see the size of that card, right? I got about 15 of those dropped on the desk, and I didn't open any of them until last night.
Now, here's the question. I have more. I watch a lot of Law and Order.
Yes, please go.
Maybe this person purchased this card at the bookstore, then wrote it there. I wonder if you can trace this card to where it was purchased.
You think I'm in the greeting card tracing business? You think I got that kind of pull?
Follow the money.
Right?
And have you compared the writing on this card to other cards you may have gotten over the years?
You're right. You're right. Isn't that crazy? So, yes. So, Caillou showed up. If you're just joining us at the book signing, somebody slipped me a card, and it was a really, really beautifully written card talking about just like grief and loss and how much the book means to them. And then they said, read the bolded letters in the card for a secret message. And that secret message, when you read the bolded letters, simply reads, I am Caillou.
Oh, my God. Somebody said that it's on your IG.
What's on my IG?
Hold on. Maury interviewed someone that said they gave Roz a card. It's on IG.
Yeah, I listen. I got a lot of cards.
Okay, but the card that the person talked to me about
Yes.
didn't say this stuff. It was different.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
but
got a
look
lot,
at-
and I
look
got a
at
lot of
how
really beautiful cards.
Kind of psychopathic, right?
I know.
The way it's written, right? And no, because when it says here, read the capital letters in the note for a secret message, right?
Yes.
Look how they double and triple wrote over those letters that spell out I am Caillou.
Right.
Like,
Lower
come
the card.
on.
Let me see.
Yeah, see, that's what it says right there. Look at see, and it's crazy, and it's almost like too the person deliberately made their handwriting like not theirs. Like it looks like somebody who's trying out this style for the first time.
It looks like it was done in a rush in the bookstore.
You think so, eh, Moore?
I'm telling you.
But here's this is the reason why I don't think that it was sort of done in a rush. Like they had to know when they were writing this that all those letters for I am Caillou were going to be there, right? You know what I mean? Like they had to. I mean,
They could have written it first on a piece of paper, brought it with them, purchased the card, sat there waiting for you.
Yeah. Just like a regular psychopath would.
Yo,
Right?
this is nuts.
Right?
I cannot
They were
believe.
there. I probably shook their hand.
You did?
Yes.
Yes, guaranteed I did. Spent time with them,
You might
looked
have
at them in
even-
their face.
You might have even hugged them.
Probably.
Right?
Probably.
Guys, we have a mystery on our hands.
Right?
How do we solve it?
I don't
is
know.
The question.
Exactly, Deepa. I don't know how we solve
Can
this.
you read it again? Because can we tell if it's a guy or a girl?
Okay, here, hold on. Let me see this.
Because maybe there's a clue.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so the
Everyone
card.
pay
Yeah, the
attention.
clue is I am Caillou.
No,
Spelled
no,
out.
but we need to know if it's a guy or a
glasses?
girl,
Where
because
the
then we can look through
glasses? Where the hell's
footage
my
and
glasses?
surveillance
Okay.
footage.
Okay, it says, Dear Roz, I am so excited about your success and new book. Since high school, over 10 years ago, I've loved listening to your radio show in my dad's car. I lost my dad unexpectedly in my 20s. I remember feeling guilty laughing at you guys without him, but you sharing stories about your own father and struggles while still achieving success has brought me so much comfort. Big fan, despite the fact I may not act like it. Smiley face. Smiley face.
Psychopathic, yeah.
P.S. Read the capital letters in the note for a secret message.
Now, this person said, my dad. That sounds like something a woman would say.
My dad? You don't think men call their father my dad?
That's like
That's the
pops
one
and-
part that you got from this is the quote.
deciphering. I'm deciphering.
My dad?
My dad.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. This is a whole new level of trolling, right?
Yo,
A whole new
we
level
promised
of trolling.
Wild Night at the bookstore.
We need a
Right?
fingerprint
Right
kit.
there.
Right? Yes.
This is Wild Night at the
There
bookstore.
was a criminal there.
Wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
This Caillou thing is trippy, man.
I'm just going through the text.
Okay.
So Roz's book signing last week at Indigo, 500 people. And we met a ton of fans. Thank you to everyone that came out, by the way. And Roz was gifted like a ton of like cards and homemade gifts, stuff like that.
Kids drew me pictures, and
beautiful.
Somebody made this cool like Roz and Mocha street sign that sits where Shem is right now. Like, it's kind of badass. Like, everybody was just like real cool, man. And I finally had a chance last night to go through the cards, and I was going through them, and it was really emotional because some of them, they were just like really beautiful. People are just really, really beautiful. And one of the cards I got, if you're just joining us, I'll reread this for you. One of the cards I got read, "Dear Roz, I'm so excited about your success and new book. Since my high school years, over 10 years now, I've loved listening to your radio show in my dad's car. I lost my dad unexpectedly in my 20s. I remember feeling guilty laughing at you guys without him. But you sharing stories about your own father and struggles while still achieving success has brought me so much comfort. Big fan, despite the fact I may not act like it. P.S. Read the capital letters in the note for a secret message. And the capital letters in the note are I-A-M-C-A-I-L-L-O-U. I am Caillou."
Do you think somebody did that just to troll you?
No. I think that if somebody did it to troll me, they wouldn't have written "big fan" despite the fact I may not act like it.
I'll tell you why.
I think that line right there is the line that makes me fully believe that the person who gave me this card was the person who's behind Caillou.
I will tell you why it's not a troll job. Because Shem just sent this.
Oh, okay.
A DM from Caillou.
Okay.
And no words.
Yeah.
It's just a picture.
Right.
Of your book, Roz.
Right.
A little bit broken.
Yeah.
Opened up to the page with your autograph on it, your signature.
Really?
So you signed the book.
I signed Caillou's
And the
book.
only thing they wrote underneath was, "Thank ya."
No.
Look.
Are there any fingers in it?
Look.
Hold on. Wait.
But what's the account?
Hold on. Let me see this.
What's behind the book?
It looks like jacket. I don't know if they took this photo at the actual book signing.
Did you send that to me, Shem?
Yeah.
I think,
they did.
here, look.
If you take a look in the background, you can see, because Indigo had like hats and stuff that they were selling. And you can see a stack of gray hats.
So they were in the bookstore when they took this photo, dude. Look.
Let me see this.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Look at
So
that.
you signed the book. They immediately took out their phone to take a
Right.
picture. Now look at the bottom right of that photo. You could see a finger. You could see
There's
a
a
thumb.
finger.
There's a thumb.
There's a finger with nail polish on it.
Yes.
Big clue. Big clue.
Big clue.
What color's the thumb?
It looks green.
Color. What
No,
color's
white.
The thumb. The thumb
No, the
looks,
nail polish looks green.
No, the nail polish looks like sort of almost purpley brown. Like
No, green.
you think that's green, Maury?
Zoom in. That's definitely green.
I
trust your
don't know
glasses,
about
Mom.
that, but that looks like sleuths. It looks like we have a white thumb.
And it was sent. This DM was sent at 10:30, so they were
Looks
one of
like
the
we
last.
have a white thumb. Well, no, but here's the thing, more is that I don't know because the
Oh no,
the
sorry. It's
signature
probably 7:09 p.m. It was sent.
because the signature on this book is not my signature. Whose signature is that they showed?
That's mine.
That's Shem's
That's
signature.
Shem's signature?
Oh my god!
I reckon I'm,
You met this person.
I did.
We probably all met Caillou.
Hold on a second.
We probably all met Caillou at
I'm
my
so
book signing.
confused.
And I'm not Caillou, just for the record.
No.
Well, you wouldn't. You don't have nail polish.
Well, you don't know.
No.
Also, his thumb isn't
Also,
white.
I would be heartbroken, Shem, if you were Caillou after all
Oh,
this time.
man.
FYI.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So anyway,
Someone
the
said, look
person,
at the timestamp on that DM and then go through the footage that you guys have. Another person said, this Caillou mystery is better than any true crime
right?
podcast out
Isn't
there.
that crazy?
I have to
Agreed.
look through the video that we did to see
Yeah.
if anyone has the nail polish.
Yes. Please, Maury, do that.
I
Please.
bet you I interviewed this person.
I bet you did
Maybe
too.
after
I bet
Caillou's
you did
father
too.
passed away, reads another text. He views Roz as his father, which is why he puts it into his songs.
Oh, maybe.
Okay,
that would
hold
be
on.
a sad turn of events, though.
There's a simple way to figure this out.
Okay.
Because the person said 10 years ago in high school, you need to look for someone in their mid-20s and start with the females, as Caillou's voice sounds more on a high-pitched sound. Then match the color of the envelope with footage and see if something matches there. That's where you start.
Okay. Oh, it's that easy, is it?
So easy,
Oh, it's
guys.
that easy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Listen to this real quick.
Hey, Roz. Why the long face? You think the fact that I'm your son is a disgrace? I may be spoiled, a little bit whiny, but I think you're just jealous because your head ain't as shiny. But
You know what I hate the most? That you
Roz,
bop to
you
this.
need to pause. Take a deep
Shut up.
breath, look
Stop
at your
dancing.
own flaws. Anyways, I just
Jerks.
want to add, no matter what happens, I still love you, Dad.
Yeah.
Yo, bars. That's fire right there.
So to quickly recap, there's been an individual who for over a decade now has been trolling me on Twitter, claiming to be Caillou, that stupid cartoon that everybody hates. And they also claim that, like, for some weird reason, that I'm their father, and they've acted like I'm the father who abandoned Caillou on social media for the past 10 years, and they write these songs, these diss tracks.
Songs like this.
Baby, I don't need my father to grow up tonight. I'm Roz's son. No, I don't need my father to live my life. I'm Roz's son.
Yeah.
We should start like a Spotify playlist.
No, we don't need that.
We have enough tracks.
And at the book signing, and we have no idea who this person Caillou is. And then at the book signing, Wild Night at the bookstore last week at Indigo, I met a ton of fans, and they gave me a lot of stuff. I got a lot of cards from people and drawings and frame pictures and really cool stuff. And I finally got around to opening all of them the other day, and I realized that there was one card that I got that simply read, "I'm so excited." About your success and book since high school, over 10 years. I love listening to your radio show in my dad's car. I lost my dad unexpectedly in 2015. I remember feeling guilty laughing at you guys without him, but you sharing stories about your own father and struggles while still achieving success has brought me so much comfort. So far, so good. What a beautifully written letter. Big fan, despite the fact I may not act like it. And then it says, P.S., read the capital letters in the note for a secret message. And within that note that they wrote, they highlighted a bunch of letters. And those letters just simply read out, I am Caillou. And so Caillou was at the frickin' book signing.
Mm-hmm. It's like something that you would see in like a murder mystery type movie.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Where the criminal shows up to the scene of the crime to see everyone trying to figure out, laughing behind all of our backs.
They joined in on the search.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Totally.
Even though they're the one we're looking for.
So what we had said on the show was, okay, well, maybe we have to go through the footage of that night because we have so much footage and try to figure out and see who shows up to the table and passes you an envelope. But then that's like, how many people passed you envelopes, right? Like white envelopes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be almost impossible to figure out because then that person, Caillou, then sent in a photo holding your book.
Right.
And it had Shem's signature.
Right.
In it, which means Caillou met Shem.
Yeah.
And we got a whole bunch of replies on the Roz and Mocha text line, 925-555. There's a simple way to figure this out. Because the person said 10 years ago in high school, you need to look for someone in their mid-20s and start with the females, as Caillou's voice sounds more like a high-pitched sound. Then match the color of the envelope with footage and see if something matches there. That's where you start.
Jesus. Maury suggested that I go to Indigo and check their security footage.
We saw, don't you remember in the picture, we saw their thumb.
Right, that's right. They sent a picture when they showed the book, and
They
had
sloppily left their thumb.
Right, or that was not so sloppily.
We got two texts that gave the exact same suggestion.
Yeah.
Lindsay Ann Bovaird is a Canadian actress best known for voicing the title character in the animated TV series Caillou. After the previous voice actress, Jacqueline Linetsky, died in a car crash. Lindsay is 30 today.
Oh, it's not. It can't be the real.
It's not. We
Caillou.
interviewed the real one. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think that's. Jeez, I don't even think that her contract would allow her to do that. What a scandal that would be, though, wouldn't it?
Maybe after Caillou's father passing, he views Roz as his father, which is why he puts it in songs.
Facts.
Oh my
We got multiple texts that say similar to this one I'm about to read. Please get a forensic specialist in to analyze the handwriting.
Well, I said to Roz, maybe if you look through cards you've gotten over the years, match the handwriting.
First of all, I don't keep cards, Maury. What kind of maniac keeps cards?
So
I do.
here is the update. So Caillou
Okay.
heard all of this in the past couple of days.
Right.
And has responded with a song.
Okay.
So the troll job continues from the one and only Caillou. Listen to this. Look at Shem Jam vibing out already. Oh my God, classic song. This is great. I love it already.
You know, abandonment has always been a friend of mine. I'm living my life with no dad.
Oh my God.
So when I heard about the books that you would sign, I knew that it was my chance to finally meet my daddy and Dammit Maury, Deepa and Mocha and Shem. Don't care for your book and your whole backstory until you're in front of me. And then your hands were warm, jeans looked torn, we hugged so tight. The night that you met me, hair so gray, books on display, but you didn't stay. The night that you met me, I've been in hiding so that no one knows, but I guess it showed. The time I exposed the thumb, what you need to know is that that wasn't my thumb, it's my guardian's. That's because you left me, Daddy.
Oh my God! The plot thickens! The plot thickens, everybody!
And then your hands were warm, jeans looked torn, we hugged so tight. The night that you met me, hair so gray, books on display, but you didn't stay. The night that you met me, the night that you met me, Daddy. The night that I met my daddy.
Hold on. Let's break down the clues. You hugged this person.
You hugged Caillou.
You shook their hand.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not their thumb.
Oh no.
Also, all of you, Mocha, Dammit, Maury, and Shem, stop enjoying this. Shem is still dancing.
The night that I met my daddy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Is this more Caillou nonsense?
This is more Caillou. So Caillou released another joint, another song. The troll job continues.
Really good song.
Shut up, Shem.
It's the best one.
Shut up, both of you. Stop it.
And I'm not normally into the song, but I love this one.
This one's actually really good. Just playing the game and teasing the fact that Caillou was at the book signing and that you were there and met and embraced, hugged, touched your hand, all of it.
You know, abandonment has always been a friend of mine. I'm living my life with no dad. So when I heard about the books that you would sign, I knew that it was my chance.
Somebody said Shem wants to get in on this track.
Finally,
He's vibing so hard right now.
Dammit Maury, Deepa and Mocha and Shem. Don't care for your book and your whole backstory until you're in front of me. And then your hands were warm, jeans looked torn, we hugged so tight. The night that you met me,
Hair so gray, looks on display, but you didn't stay the night that you met me.
So there's that.
I mean, this would be helpful if Roz actually had a memory.
I know. Too many people. There was like 500 people.
500.
There, dude. I can't remember 500 people.
Somebody texted, said, song is on fire. I love it. Another person said, Caillou is a millennial. Somebody said, if we deeply analyze the song, you're going to realize that in some parts, for the first time, we hear the actual person's voice tone.
Agreed.
One thing is for sure, it's a young woman.
Yeah, agreed. I think we're all in on that, right?
Yeah.
Then we started getting messages from people saying to check IG because Damnit Maury talked to people at the book signing, and we have a video that we posted on IG, reaction to Wild Night at the Bookstore, meeting you, their thoughts and stuff, right? One person said there was one interviewer who said his hands were warm. Just the lyrics in the song.
Oh.
In the video that you guys played after the book signing, there was a girl who said, I met Roz today and I gave him a card. I feel like it may be her. So here's a part of that video.
What did his hands feel like? The last time I held his hands, they were awfully cold.
They were actually warm.
Oh, you got the warm Roz. I got the cold Roz.
Yeah, and they were soft too.
Soft and
warm. Okay.
Soft and warm.
Also, that is the first time anybody has ever described me that way. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. And then there was another one here. Hold on here.
Because
Hold on. There was
And the feeling of getting your book
This
signed
one.
by Roz.
he was amazing. It was so awesome. He touched my hand. It means a lot to me because I actually started reading the book and I almost finished it. And honestly, this book hit me in a lot of places. So to have it signed by him and to give him and let him know my appreciation for it was very special to me. And I'm glad that he's family.
So, but that's like a different person.
That's a different person.
That's not the same person that said that they met you and that your hands were warm. That was a completely different person.
Do you think that you interviewed Caillou Maury?
Well, I looked back at the video, and there's one person I talked to who had similar nail polish. I do think that I honestly think I interviewed Caillou.
But if you listen to the song, in the song they said, I know you see like the thumb of the person and then in the picture, but that's my guardian.
I don't believe that.
No,
That's,
that's come on. That's
an excuse.
Or was
a lie.
that them trying to throw us all off?
What do they say? That's Cap?
That's Cap.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a big Cap. So I don't know.
Yeah, Cap.
Thanks. That's interesting. Okay. We got clues on clues on clues. We got a lot of cops that listen to this show.
People.
You know what I mean? Help us out.
Somebody
Help us
said
out.
it's actually your daughter.
Oh, stop it.
Well, no,
Stop
the math
it.
doesn't
The
work
math
out.
doesn't work.
The math doesn't work.
It would have had to have been Catherine and then my daughter, right? You know what I mean? Hold on.
Plot twist! Plot twist!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Now, I know over the last 6 or so months, I've said this a lot. And up to this point, I don't think it's ever been a letdown.
What?
But I have another announcement to make.
Oh, God. What now?
So, Mocha,
yes?
if you could please set us up for some breaking news.
The Roz and Mocha Show. Breaking news.
Okay. I have not, up to this point, let you guys down at all with the breaking news, right? So
Well, you've caused anxiety.
I've caused anxiety. You're right. But today, out of all the sort of breaking news that I have forced you all to suffer through over the last 6 months or so when I announced the book, and then, of course, with the engagement and everything else. So I am pleased to announce I just got this sent to me, which is the bestseller list from the Toronto Star. Canadian nonfiction. Number 1, A Little Bit Broken by Roz Weston.
Okay. Look at that.
Okay. Now, we go to original nonfiction. This is all books. So here, I'll give you the top 3, okay? In at number 3, Guinness Book of World Records 2023.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, right?
Those are all
right?
Listen, those Guinness books are always in the top.
They're always in the top.
Every single year.
Yes. In at number 2,
The Bible.
Livewire by Kelly Ripa.
Oh. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Livewire by Kelly Ripa. Huge star.
Yeah, I saw she's doing press for this last week.
And at number 1 overall, A Little Bit Broken by Roz West. Right? So the Toronto Star called it, quote, the runaway bestseller on the nonfiction list is A Little Bit Broken at number 1 on both the original and Canadian lists. It's a memoir by Roz Weston, host of the Roz and Mocha Show, ET Canada Live and Entertainment Tonight Canada. So, number 1 bestseller.
But on 2 lists,
yes,
right?
on 2 lists.
I saw it for sale at Shoppers Drug Mart.
Yes, we're at Shoppers. We made it to Shoppers, everybody. Right? You can go get your penicillin.
Yeah. I got to go pick up my thyroid medication today. I'm going to go look for the book. I'll take a selfie. Let's go.
Ben Gay and Roz.
Yes, hemorrhoid cream, all your things, diapers. You can,
Sure.
yeah, you know. And
All
you can,
joking aside, it is honestly, and I've said this, and if you haven't picked up the book yet, it is one of the, if it is the best book I've ever read.
Really, huh? That means the world to me, damn it, Maury. So we did it. We are number 1, everybody.
That's us.
And I can't thank all of you enough.
Oh, so it's we now.
They're getting to number 1 is a we.
Well,
absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
we did. We
Yes,
did.
we did.
We did.
And
that hard
new.
I knew.
Right?
We did it, guys.
It was exhausting.
All we have to do, collectively, all we have to do now
Yes.
is sit back and wait for the checks to roll
No,
in.
that's not a we. That's not a we.
Well, you said we.
No,
You said
no,
we.
no,
said
no,
we.
no.
Bro, you said this is a we thing.
No, yes, no.
Oh,
I mean, it's a we as in we celebrate together,
That's not what
right?
you
It was a
said.
No, you
collective
said-
effort.
This was us.
No.
For 6 months, this was all us.
No, come on now.
This is
no.
so we don't sit back and wait for the checks to roll in.
Okay, so 25%, 25%. Look, they're
25%. What are you, nuts?
Sorry, Shem, I tried for you.
Are you crazy?
Whoa, fam, what are
But
Hold
you
on
just
now.
said like this was.
There's 4 of us in this room right now.
We did like wild night at the
We
bookstore.
did, and I can't thank you enough for everybody showed up.
We celebrated all
We-
How many books I
together.
signed?
We signed books.
I'm
no.
in the book.
Okay.
We- There was a lot of we
There
for the
was.
past 6 months.
Okay, but there was a lot of we for the past 6 months. I understand.
was.
That's why I said that this celebration, okay, is a celebration that we all should feel great about because we are the ones that did this.
And now we're going to
right?
go we all through the bank.
No, there's no we to the
we.
bank.
There's no
Dollar
we,
bills.
guys.
No, there. Shut up with the dollar bills, Shem. Okay.
About to
There-
make it rain.
Okay, no, nobody's making it rain. Okay, no, there is
I can
no.
finally buy that Hermes blanket.
You cannot
Yo,
buy
you put it-
anything more.
Order
You are
it
as
right now, Maury. You're good.
Maury,
$1,500
you're
bucks
good.
sold.
You are as broke as you were before the book went to number 1.
I am. You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna go online right now. I'm gonna put a down payment on
No.
a brand new range, and I will customize the hell out of it.
Is that more than my Hermes blanket?
What are you talking
Yes,
about?
guys.
Vegas trip.
You're not going to Vegas. No,
We
guys.
did it, guys.
No, we didn't
did
do it. We didn't do it.
We did it.
No, we didn't do it.
It was. Listen, you said it was breaking news.
The Roz and Mocha Show. Breaking news.
Yo, start cashing them checks.
No, we didn't.
We can
did it.
retire.
A little bit
Vegas.
broken. Number 1.
No, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything.
What was it you read though? Number 1 on all those lists.
Forget about it.
Right?
That was a
Forget
lot of
about
hard
it.
work, Mocha.
Oh, guys. Listen, hard work pays off. If there's any lesson, any kids listening right now, hard work pays off. And guess what? We get to celebrate.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm like Napoleon Dynamite. My lips hurt real bad.
Oh, Chappie.
Oh my God. Or it could just be like the house is dry or the temperature
Look at
is.
Shem. That is the fattest thickest chapstick I think I've ever seen, man.
Thank God you said chapstick.
I was cool.
Look at that. That is a girthy chapstick.
Thank you.
Is that the cocoa butter one?
It's the cocoa butter, Palmer's cocoa butter formula.
Yeah.
It's fantastic
Yeah.
for a guy like myself with big lips.
Yeah. Beautiful. You forgot beautiful.
I mean,
big,
I wasn't
beautiful
gonna say
lips.
that, but
Nobody
thank
ever
you.
says just big lips on Shem. They say big, beautiful lips.
Luscious.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold yours up for a sec.
Yeah, look right here, man.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's
Mine looks like
fantastic.
it's been through battle. It's not as big as yours, though, Shem.
Wow.
Well,
yours is even a weird shape, man.
Whose?
You guys. Yours.
Mine?
Yeah.
How?
Isn't it? It's not round.
No.
It looks like a Bic lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier application on the lips.
Is it?
Yeah.
You guys carry chapstick right around with you, huh?
Yeah.
All year round, 365. You don't?
No.
Never?
No.
What if your lips hurt real bad, like Napoleon Dynamite?
I have one in the truck, and it just sort of stays there. I don't keep any chapstick.
No, absolutely have to.
You do,
year
huh?
round, yeah.
Really, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, no. I find sometimes with chapstick, like once I start with it, like once I rub it on my lips, I just can't stop. And then it's almost like a compulsion where like I have to keep going with it. So I find that most times I'm better off with nothing on my lips.
But feeling that
I don't like the greasiness of it. I don't really like chapstick on my lips. No,
it's
I don't like the
so-
feeling.
And then go
No,
on
I
your
don't.
lips.
No.
You just spread it around with your lips like this.
No.
I think you like this one.
No.
It's got a nice thick density to it. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Like what's it? It feels like a. Is it like a? Is it gooey? Like you know what I mean?
No,
You know what I
not
mean
at
by that?
all.
No?
It's got a different sort of texture to it, and because
Is it light?
It's very light, yeah. And
Yeah.
again, it's cocoa butter, so it tastes kind of good, and it makes your lips smell nice.
Catherine had one in her
penetrates your
bag.
lips,
I
yeah.
asked her for a chapstick. I was like, "Hey, do you have any chapstick in your bag?" She's like, "Yeah." And she handed me like a little pot, and I opened it up, and it was a cream.
Or it wasn't like waxy?
No, it was a cream.
Oh.
And I dipped my finger in it, and I rubbed that on my lips, and it was creamy.
And?
I didn't like it, but
Oh,
it worked.
Did you wipe it off? Oh.
It really worked,
See?
right?
There you
Like
go.
it really, really worked. Yeah. But no, I get my chap lips usually in the winter. Like right now, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Right? I'm okay. Listen, you guys got those big fat chapsticks. My chapstick is the size of a pencil, right? I got
can't all be
those.
blessed.
Shut up. Okay.
Oh my gosh. yeah.
Shut up.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So we got a slow-mo podcast submission
Okay.
from Nico, Roz and Mocha fan Nico, who went back to episode 3 of our podcast.
We were different people then.
I know, and different things were said back
Yes.
then. I actually met Nico over the weekend,
Okay.
and he brought this to my attention, and he couldn't stop telling this story. And I said, dude, you have to DM it to us, please.
Okay.
Much like everyone else that listens to the podcast, it's been discovered that when you listen to it at half speed, we sound drunk, super wasted, right?
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
So what Nico, in his enthusiasm, was telling me over the weekend is that this slow-mo podcast submission, right? Episode 3 from the Roz and Mocha Show podcast, the origin story of Smooth Cool Dude.
No.
Yes. The woman
Yeah.
who called in and called you a smooth, cool dude
Yeah.
in slow-mo. Oh, sidebar.
Yeah.
Did you know that woman showed up at your book
I
signing?
know. She was there. She told me.
Last week?
Yeah.
Because she came up
Yeah.
to me and she's like, guess who I am? I was like, who are you? And she's like, I'm the one that gave Roz the smooth, cool dude name. I gave her the biggest hug.
Yeah. Oh, jackass.
I was like, yo,
Jackass.
thanks. So here's how that original
Such a
conversation
jackass.
sounds at half speed.
Normally, when people call in, they're stressed when they say Roz.
By the way, this was in response to asking between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Gotcha.
Normally, when people call in, they're stressed when they say Roz. But I can give you a reason why I would pick you.
Oh, okay. Now, hold on here. This is somebody with a legitimate reason, Mocha. Because Mocha always asks people who their favorite is between Roz and Mocha. Are you at all interested in hearing this legitimate reason, Mocha?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Roz,
Yeah.
I would say you because I think you have a sexy voice, and I think you are
Get ready, guys.
like a smooth, cool dude. Like chill, relax.
Smooth,
Why
cool
is
dude.
that funny?
Smooth, cool dude.
That should be
Okay.
your new Twitter bio. Smooth, cool dude.
Listen, you're not helping at all. You just gave Mocha ammo.
So
That's where it started.
that's where it started 5 years ago.
Is that 5 years?
Back when we talked about Twitter bios.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool dude.
So my only question is, have you changed your Twitter bio yet?
No, stop it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Mike, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
I have a question, okay? It's a serious question. What's so bad about Smooth Cool Dude?
Shut up, man.
Roz's nickname for 5 years strong now?
Yeah, exactly. It's a good nickname. What's wrong with it? Like, Smooth Cool Dude, when you hear that, it immediately makes me think of Fonzie.
Yeah.
Jackass, you're not helping.
Like a smooth, cool Fonz.
You are not.
Right.
You're not helping.
There's nothing wrong with Fonzie. Fonzie's a cool dude.
You're not helping.
Fonzie's a cool dude.
You're not helping.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to educate myself on why it's such a bad nickname.
Bro, if you don't know why if you don't know why Smooth Cool Dude is a bad nickname, then you know absolutely nothing about Mocha.
But it's a smooth, cool nickname.
Bro, okay, that
really
was
is.
as soon as those words came out of her mouth, I was like, I'm never going to hear the end of this. I'm never going to hear the end of this.
Been 5 years, five
Yes.
glorious, wonderful years.
Bro, I was going through my mentions yesterday on Instagram, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like smooth, cool proposal, smooth, cool book, smooth, cool signing.
Yeah.
Right? Like everything.
Have you checked the Amazon reviews yet?
No, shut up. Please don't say that. Please don't
Yeah,
say
you're never
that.
gonna live it down.
Please don't
it's gonna stick
listen.
for life.
Please don't soil my Amazon reviews.
We're going international with this one.
Please don't soil my Amazon reviews with Smooth Cool Dude.
Okay, how about just Indigo?
No,
That's
don't
just Canada.
soil my Indigo reviews either.
That's just Canada-wide.
No.
When I buy your book, I'll make sure everybody knows it's a smooth, cool book.
Oh, bro, just stop. Okay.
Mike, we are so happy you called in today.
Yeah, great.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I cannot stop watching this video from the weekend of the mayhem that ensued at the walleye trail competition in Ohio. It was a fishing competition.
Right.
Where these two guys, this team of two, were accused and caught of cheating during this fishing tournament by stuffing their fish with extra fillet and like lead weights.
Yeah.
Which I had no idea was the thing.
So it's incredible. And you sent me this video and I was like, because of course, right? Like, how do you cheat in a fishing tournament? And I always thought, well, you sneak a fish in and then you just keep it in your boat. And then when like it's time and everything else, you just like, hey, I got one, right? Mm-hmm. But of course it goes by weight and every tiny little bit counts. And these guys had these like round lead balls that I guess they would catch a fish and they would just like stuff it down inside the fish. And then when it gets weighed, it gives you like a couple more ounces, right?
Yeah. So the grand prize was up to like $30,000.
That's crazy.
Right? So some of the theory beyond like what we saw in the video is that these fish were never caught on site, that these guys snuck the fish in. Right. Because a lot of times at this competition, after you finish catching your fish, all that fish is then donated to like a local food bank, right?
Right.
And these guys in the past couple of tournaments, because they're now accused of cheating in previous tournaments, they never donated their fish.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm going to play for you the audio. It's a little bit hard to hear, only because there's so much yelling.
Yeah.
And chaos.
And this is them getting busted, right?
This is them getting busted. The tournament director walks over to them and slices open the fish and starts pulling out the lead weights and showing everybody, right? Pulling out the extra fillet, holding it in the palm of his hand, saying, look, everybody, extra fillet. And he's yelling at them, and then the crowd's yelling. So a couple of key things to listen out for, okay? These are quotes from the actual video, okay?
Yeah.
So he says, "We got weights in the fish," right? Another guy in the background goes, "He needs to be arrested. He needs to be prosecuted."
Is it that serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
Deepa, you have
Another
no
guy
idea.
yells out, "Call the effing cops." Another guy yells out, "Where's your crown now?" Because this guy, he was like a legend in the fishing tournament game, right?
Of course he was.
And then somebody else yells out, "You were the effing champ, dude." So listen to this.
Listen to me right now. Everybody listen to me right now. Jake, I want you to leave. I don't want anybody to touch these guys.
So when he says, "Jake, I want you to leave. I don't want anyone to touch these guys," because people were threatening to beat these guys up. So that's why this guy, the director of the fishing tournament, is like, "Nobody touch them. Don't beat them up."
I want you to leave. He's going to jail. Tell the cops. Stop. You've done this, mother.
Don't we need to file a police report?
Yeah, I did.
Jason, we gotta file a police report.
Every single Jay, every champ, dude. I mean, we all do it. What the man? You got him. A filleted fish. Look at this is a fillet. It's a walleye fillet.
This is the walleye fillet.
Yeah, they put fish in the fish. They had like a fully cut fillet that they stuffed down inside the fish.
Yeah, way to go, Jake.
God.
Where's your crown now?
Now, has he responded at all? Like, what happened? Did they charge him?
I don't know. I haven't followed up anymore beyond what I read recently, but the director, had said that I guess these two guys had made more than $100,000.
Yeah.
This
last
can't be
year.
the first case of this.
No, you're right.
No.
No, you're right. This is like steroids in baseball, right?
These guys were disqualified at one point, and the director of that particular tournament said one of the two fishermen had failed a polygraph, but didn't provide more details at the time. That's how serious this is.
It's so sophisticated.
You were the effing champ, dude. Where's your crown now?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Remember that story we were talking about the other day of those guys who were at the fishing tournament who were accused of cheating and then were found out that they were cheating? $30,000 were up for grabs in this tournament. These two guys, they've been, I guess, teammates and have won previous fishing tournaments. Had been accused of stuffing fish with like fillet of other fish. And also lead weights.
Because that's how you win, right?
Yeah,
It's like
the weight
heaviest
of
fish.
Heaviest fish. So then the
Heaviest
director...
fish win, guys. That's such a basic concept, eh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the prettiest fish,
No.
right?
Or
it's
how
not
many you caught
How
within
many
a
you
certain-
caught? No,
like a time
it's
period.
just such a basic, heaviest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the director of the fishing tournament sliced open these fish, everyone was like freaking out because they found extra fillet in the fish and, of course, the lead weights. And then mayhem ensued, right?
Listen to me right now.
They were like, call the cops. Do we have to file a police report? They were asking.
I don't want anybody to touch these guys. I want you to leave.
These guys were being threatened.
Yeah.
Like they were going to get beat up as they were leaving. Like, how many times have you done this? One guy in the background yells out, "Where's your crown now?"
Bro.
Right?
It got heated.
Another guy yelled out, "You were the effing champ, dude." Right?
And it doesn't matter either. It's like, that could be a completely ugly, misshapen fish, but if it weighs a lot, you know what I mean? Like, they don't even, aesthetics don't even count.
So
like
get
a one big
this.
giant fat head, you still win.
So get this. The county prosecutor's office in Ohio told TMZ, quote, "My staff will be meeting with officers from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources regarding the matter. I take all crimes seriously, including attempted felony theft at a fishing tournament."
Wow. Wow. So if you were wondering whether like they were like the authorities were actually going to get involved.
Yes.
Because I know it sounds ridiculous when somebody's saying call the cops, call the cops. But I guess that this does fall under like some sort of like swindle, right?
Yeah.
These guys.
Prosecutor Michael O'Malley added, quote, "These individuals will be held accountable."
That's wild. And they probably won like what, like a couple $100,000 over the last little while? Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of money.
It actually
at
was
stake, right?
$100,000.
Was it? Yeah.
It's estimated that this duo, this team, had won
Yeah.
$100,000 at these fishing tournaments.
Yeah. No, geez, that is like, God, to go that far though, right? Like and you wonder if people obviously have thought about it, right? Like obviously people
How do we
have thought
cheat?
about it. Yeah.
Or how do we win?
Yeah. How do we win? How do we
What do we
win,
need to do
right?
to win?
Yeah. Look at the look on Maury's face. Nothing but respect for these guys. Nothing but respect for
taking
these
notes.
guys.
I'm taking notes.
Nothing but
Maury's on
respect.
Amazon right now. Lead weights. Prime. Order within the next 5 hours. Get it by tonight.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Allison, how you doing? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. Why are you on FML today?
So something else made its way into the bedroom with us, and I don't know what to do.
Okay, here we go. Allison, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha, fix my life. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years now. He's 38 and I'm 30. This weekend, he came over to my house and we had a really nice, intimate time together, if you know what I mean. After he left, I found half a little blue pill on the bedroom floor. I'm a nurse, so I know exactly what the little blue pill is for. We've never had issues in that area of our relationship, so I'm confused when and why he started taking it. Do I tell him I found it or just live with this knowledge in order to not embarrass him? We're talking about PEDs, right? Performance-enhancing drugs?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think
okay.
so.
Yeah, fair enough.
Was everything good?
Yeah, everything was great.
Yeah? You had a good time?
Yeah, it's always been good. It's always
Yeah.
been great. There's
Okay.
never been any issue.
And he's good? Like he's A-okay with everything?
Yeah, no issues. That's
Okay.
why I'm confused.
Don't
yeah.
say anything.
I think that you are. I think when you find a pill like that, okay, a performance enhancing pill,
Yeah.
you can't help but take it personally, right?
Yeah.
At all. This is nothing personal for you. If anything, you should take it as he sort of wants to do a little something extra for you. Okay? Don't take it personally. This has nothing to do with you, your level of intimacy, whether he's attracted to you or not. None of that matters at all. Trust, okay? If he's taking that and you're the one mutually benefiting from it, right? Now, I understand if he wanted to bring in third-party apparatus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if there was like some trinket or like some thing,
Yeah.
that he was
Extra
like,
things.
hey, what if you put this on? You know? Then I could see you being like, oh, I'm not really comfortable with that. And that's fine. But this ain't that.
Yeah. This is like him. This is his thing.
Yeah. Like, and you don't know.
No
I mean,
pun intended.
he's 38, right? Like, you know, guys go through stuff. And it's not that it's not there. It's just not there the way it was when he was 18.
Right.
Okay.
But should I feel guilty at all? Like, I know how expensive these things are.
No.
I don't want him spending all this money. I feel bad.
It's money well invested. That's an investment. You know, because I'll tell you, like, you know, with those things, when you take them, you're like, oh my God. It's like when, like, you know, in a movie when somebody who is a civilian and then they, you know, get lured into the ways of like either the head of the mastermind behind some evil organization, and then they inject them with a serum, and you just see this guy, and he's like, oh my God.
You know what it's
I've
like?
never felt this awesome before.
Bradley Cooper in Limitless.
It is Limitless. Thank you. Yes.
He takes that pill.
And yeah, like, you know, it's like Limitless. It's like Bradley Cooper where he can suddenly speak Cantonese. And you're like, what the hell? I don't even know Cantonese. But you benefit
So it's
from
normal.
it.
It's
It's
common.
completely normal and completely common. Absolutely. And you know, the other thing too is like guys just pass these around, right? Like he may just have a friend at work that's like, hey man, you ever tried this? And he's like, no. And he's like, don't take the whole thing because like you literally it's going to take you a weekend to get rid of it. Just take like a half, right?
That's why there was a half left over.
Exactly. Yeah. It just puts him over the edge. You're good.
I wouldn't worry about it, and I definitely wouldn't bring it up with him.
Yeah.
Don't bring it up.
Nah, why? I mean, sure. You know what? Like, what do you? If you bring it up, what do you hope to accomplish by bringing it up?
Well, I just don't. I just want him to be able to be honest with me if he's tired. Like he's never turned me
Doesn't
down
matter.
ever in my
But
life.
it doesn't
And
matter.
I feel like
okay, if he wasn't taking it, that's when you have that conversation. Obviously, he wants to be doing it.
Okay.
Right? Like, this is not about lack of interest. This is like extremely interested, but you know what? I may be tired. I may not be like what I was when I was younger. This is like the utmost interest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I
all
guess
right.
so. I think I need to take that initial like, oh, it's me
It's
out of
not
it.
you.
Because
It's
of course
not
that was
you.
my first thought.
Yeah, it's not you. Don't you
So
worry.
then what do I do with this half a pill? Do I pass it on to someone else?
No, you know what? Leave it in a place where he'll find it. Put it back in one of his pockets of his jeans or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be
All
good.
right. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
guys so much.
You
Thanks,
got
Allison.
it.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, you know, not bad. How are you doing? Yeah. I'm sore today.
From what? Working out?
No, it's because I pinched something when I was on a roller coaster the other day.
What'd you pinch?
Never mind.
Oh,
It's not good.
really?
Yeah, it's not
like
good.
it was the ride so like shaky and bumpy
No.
that or did you
it
reach
was
to scratch?
No, I didn't reach to scratch. No, it was on my. It was when I went to sit
You mean before the ride even started?
before the ride even started.
Oh, so you were in pain
Oh yeah.
before
Yeah, and this
the
was
ride took off.
it was the first ride, and then
Oh,
I
no,
did
so you
and
were
then I
in
did
pain
like
all
4 or
day?
5 roller coasters after that. Yeah.
And did you
yeah.
say anything to anyone that you were
Yeah,
in
I
pain?
said it to my kid. Yeah.
What'd
yeah.
she say? She just roasted you?
Yeah, no, I was just like, I think I just crushed one.
Yeah.
And she was like, cool. Yeah, no, but I.
No, you know what? I'm cringing right now because I've
yeah.
done that before.
So it was one of
It
these seats.
hurts.
It was one of these seats, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so imagine this, okay? Like hard plastic seat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then between your legs, there was a thing that came up between your legs and it had like the seatbelt buckle on the top of it. And that thing was hard plastic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I did is I went to sit on that, okay? And it was sticking up between my legs, but it was swaying back and forth a little bit. And so when I sat, I misjudged it and I wound up hitting that post on an odd angle. Okay. And just slid right down. And the angle that I was on sort of stuffed things underneath the one leg. Okay. And then just as I was in that position, the guy came by and he grabbed the safety bar from above me, pushed it down onto my legs and rammed me down even farther. And that's where I stayed for the whole ride.
Sounds like your fault.
Right? Oh, wow.
That's all I got from that.
Wow. You blame me for that, man. Okay, you can't blame a fella for that, okay?
Yeah, I feel the pain.
And they stayed there for the whole ride.
Oh,
yeah. And so it
jeez.
wasn't cool, right? And I wore, because it's me going to an amusement park, I wore skinny jeans.
Yeah,
Right?
tight.
Right? Tight.
Yeah,
Right?
super
So,
tight.
like, it was just not.
Have you been icing them?
No, I should have, though. I should have. That's a hard thing to do in the living room, though, when everybody's hanging
You
out.
just sit on one of those like circles that people use for hemorrhoids.
No, it's not. It's not a bum problem, more.
No, but
Oh.
you can shove it to the front.
Shove what to the front?
The circle.
Oh. I'm like, that's how I got into this problem in the first place.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, Roz and Mocha. Who's this?
Hi, it's Connie. How are you?
Good, Connie. How's it going?
It's going great. Listen, I'm conflicted here
Okay.
because Roz, I purchased your book to listen to.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to the book while I'm driving to and from work, etc. Now my conflict is I want to listen to the book, but I also don't want to miss the show in the morning.
Oh. By the way, a little bit broken. The Roz memoir is out everywhere right now in like actual physical book form, but like you, Connie, audio book narrated by Roz as well. So
It is so good because it's Roz's words.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, Roz, I'm only at La Viva something like I'm just at the part where you are.
No spoilers. Just say the chapter. No spoilers, because I'm doing. Yo, Connie, the same as you. I'm listening to the audiobook.
Yeah.
I'm on chapter. I just finished chapter 17.
Okay.
Which is titled "I Ate with That Fork."
Right.
Oh, you ate with that fork?
Right.
Oh, I'm just a little ahead of you.
Okay. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers.
No. But honestly, Roz,
Yeah.
all I can say is you should be very proud of yourself
Thank you.
for not only the book, because like I said, I honestly, anybody listening, they have to get it because I've laughed, I've cried, I've had to rewind it. I can certainly relate to so much. I think your parents raised you guys so well because at the end of the day, you were going to do what you wanted to do. So they just thought, you know what, let's not fight it. Let's just embrace it, number one. Number two, you know how your father, and I guess I don't want to spoil alert, but the fact that your father went through so much being in the war and whatever, right?
Yeah.
You yourself, Roz, has gone through a war, but in yourself and in the environment. And you're a survivor, just like your dad was. And all I can say is I love the book. I've never purchased books. I'm not a reader. That's why I decided even to get the thing, because I wanted to be able to, when I go on vacation, to listen to it again and everything. So, Roz, I hope you can get it in you to write another book, just solely on the now. Like, yes, I know that there's going to be the now coming up in chapters that I'm going to be reading, but it is effing amazing. And I love the way you just wrote it the way you did. You were so yourself, not trying to be anybody else. And I loved it.
Oh, thank
Yo,
you so
girl,
much.
take all that and put it in an Amazon review.
And you know what? Demographically, I'm 60 years old. I just turned 60 this year, okay?
Yeah.
Because I have kids that are 30 and my 19-year-old daughter. Like, I'm in the now. I know what's happening out there. And, like, I've done things that, you know, that I've done that I'm not going to tell my kids till I'm older. Until they're,
You mean until they're older?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I meant my boys know a lot because I've told them, right?
Yeah.
Because now they're older. But I don't want my daughter to be able to throw that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
I hear you.
Hey, Connie, I know your conflict of either listening to the live show or listening to the audiobook of Little Bit Broken. What about this compromise? Can you listen to the live show as it's happening, and then as soon as the live show is done, then turn on the audiobook, and then you'll have the entire day, the rest of the day, to listen to the audiobook?
Buddy, I have to go to work too,
Yeah.
man. Like put work in a factor.
I get one of the messages that I got the most over the weekend was that there should have been a warning to women to not listen to the audiobook on the date on the way to work, because if you did, pack your full makeup kit.
Yeah.
That was the recommendation.
It's like I don't care if I'm stuck in traffic. I mean, I don't care if I'm stuck in traffic when I'm listening to the show anytime, whether it's even, you know, when they do the redo on the weekend. I don't care because I enjoy it. But now this book is kind of like a good filler.
I appreciate you so much. Mocha's got to get his ass in gear and finish this damn book because I know Shem's finished it.
Yeah.
Maury's finished it. We can't actually have a full conversation until Mocha finishes it. You said twice, Maury?
But I have like death-defying questions.
Death-defying questions, Maury
Like
has.
about your butt.
Right.
One of them's about your butt.
Okay. Jeez, man.
Spoiler alert.
Maury, I swear to God, Maury Maury hung on to the weirdest parts. Like, no, I've answered 1,000 questions.
Well, I felt sorry for you when that hot nurse that you liked.
No spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers.
That's not the question I have.
No spoilers for anyone. I know that part of the book, okay? I got to that part of the book, but Connie, just no spoilers for anyone who's like maybe haven't got there yet, okay?
Okay, well, I'm just saying for anyone, any age, get the damn book. It will entertain you. You will be able to relate to it. You will cry. You will laugh. And you know what? You will realize that, Roz, you have come across like a hard shell.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand now why you've had to be the way you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to come to Maury's defense here because you've been an intern working for crazy people. And I remember Maury used to drive you to work, and I'd think, oh, my God, I can't imagine these two first thing in the morning. So I know that in some ways you're teaching Maury what you've had to go through in a little way.
I'm not teaching Maury anything.
Not the point of the book,
You're the best. You are the best. I appreciate you so much. Anybody who has anything to say about it, I was just blown away like all weekend and all last week just talking to people. It's been the joy of my life just getting reaction from fans. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you. And honestly, have a great day.
Oh, Connie, you're
Thank
the
you,
best.
Connie.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to the show. And as soon as you get to work, please write that review on Amazon and Indigo, okay?
Amazon and Indigo?
Yeah.
Okay, go
Get them
for
all
it.
out there.
Sure.
All of them. All
That's
of them.
awesome. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All
right. Take care, girl.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Damon Ward with his Blue Jays gear on today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who are they playing? Seattle? Is that the deal?
I have no idea.
Yeah, playing Seattle. Friday night, that starts. It's going to be lit.
It's
Can't wait for that.
It's the first playoff game for the Jays, like at home since 2016.
Very long time.
So go Jays, go.
Yeah, very long
The
time.
city's going to be electric, man.
I didn't realize how long it had been. Really? We
Yeah.
were there the last time, you and I.
We were.
Remember we went? Mm-hmm. I had a terrible time.
Oh, I know why.
No, I had a terrible time.
What?
Yeah.
Was it because of the guy that was there?
No. I mean, it was because of all the guys that were there.
We were in a box, and there was an executive who used to.
Don't invite me to a box. I don't want to go to a box.
But free food.
Especially for a concert. Man, when you get invited to,
those.
I'm always bummed when I go to a box for a concert.
Why? I love those.
I'm just because listen, because
More
I feel
legroom,
no, I get
fingers.
that. I get all that. I really, really do. But I find that when you go to a box, people like to use the box as a way to be social. Right? And I don't like that aspect of the box.
Right.
I don't want to have a conversation.
Sit me amongst the crowd and leave me alone.
But what I want is seats, right?
Yeah.
But then I want access to the box so I can just go in and get drinks without lining up. And then I want to go back to my seat, right? I don't want to be social in a box. I don't enjoy that part of it.
No, I like when
just
you can
want to
get
go
up and
to
wander when there's a song you don't
wander. You're in a 12 by 8 room with 25 people.
Maybe go see who's in the box next to
In
you.
the whole, you go like, what do you go call on people?
No,
Maybe you
that's
just
weird.
wander around and see who's around.
They're not
Like, if
your
there's a
I
song-
thought you didn't like it.
Maury.
We used to have this executive that worked here and showing off in front of like his friends and like other execs that were there.
Oh, yeah,
and he was
yeah,
just like
yeah.
roasting you the whole
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got roasted that
Remember?
whole time, too. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, he was kind of a D.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Like, none of it was, it just wasn't an enjoyable experience. And I really just wanted to watch the baseball game. It was
Yeah.
Jays and Rangers for that series, remember?
Yeah.
Where Jose Batista was just like, Jose Batista. Is that the guy's name?
Yeah, Jose
It is, right?
Bro, you're such a fan.
No, because there was a part of me where I was like, wait a second, is that the wrestler? But the wrestler's just Batista.
Dave Batista.
Yeah. Thank you.
No,
Okay.
Dave Batista played for us for a while.
Right,
He was
shut
the,
up.
He was the enforcer. For the team.
Just stop it. Just stop it. And what's his name? Hit that home run last night.
Who?
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. Thank you, Shem, my man, right
Bro,
there.
I swear, you should get a
got
job
me.
over at Sportsnet.
Bro, listen, they would be lucky to have me.
The in-house announcer.
They would be lucky to have me over at Sportsnet.
Leading off the third.
Trust me, the
Dave
third.
Batista.
Yeah, I'd be leading off the third more. I'd be like, "What is this one again?" And then they would go, "It's the third." And then all you'd hear on the mic is me going, "Only the third."
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Lori, how are you?
Good. How are you?
We're good.
Welcome
Okay.
to Invented Moments.
Hold on.
Roz and Mocha's Invented Moments.
Get it out the chest.
All right. I screwed up at the very beginning by saying your name because we're not really supposed to say your name, but we will not ask any more questions. But this is your time to use on the Roz and Mocha Show to say and get off your chest whatever it is that you want. Go ahead.
Awesome. So this may sound like a FML, but I promise it's not.
Okay.
So imagine working with a coworker who absolutely knows nothing about their role and calls you all the time on your day off and vacation. So, Roz, you know how sometimes you post your conversations with Mocha when he calls you when you're home and you're trying to relax and sleep?
No, that's with Dan and Maury.
When Maury calls
With
me.
Devin Maury, yeah.
Yeah.
Devin Maury calls you.
Yeah.
That's me. It happens to me all the time.
You have a Maury?
I hope Maury knows what he does when he's in the studio, but that's what I have. And it's like, you get a phone call, you don't answer. You get a text message, hi, can I call you? You don't respond back. An hour later, hi, can I call you?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Were you going to ask
Guys, you
how that
have
person got hired for the job?
Yeah. How'd that person get the job?
To be honest with you, I question it all the time. Like, I'm sitting at my desk at my computer trying to do like some work. She'll be there crunching on a carrot or a cucumber. No one around us. And she comes straight into your ear to whisper something to you.
I know we're not supposed to ask questions, but what was the last thing she whispered to you?
Oh my God, did you hear this person called in sick?
Oh, so it's just straight up gossip.
So gossip.
But like, we're managers in a store.
Yeah.
So it's not gossip that someone called in sick. I need to know if someone called in sick.
So hold on here. So you work with somebody who calls you at all hours of the night, and then the one interaction that you do have with them during the day is they walk up to you with food in their mouth and start spitting gossip. You have Maury.
Is that what I have?
You have a Maury. Yeah.
Guys, like I wish, like there's just times I'm just like, are you kidding me right now?
Have you, again, I know we're not supposed to ask questions because this is your time, but have you
fine.
ever said
That's the
to
way.
them, like, yo, don't call me when I'm at home outside of work hours, especially don't call me when I have a day off or I'm on vacation?
Yeah, like I've even made hints. Like she was just like, oh my God, what would I do without you? I said, I don't know, not bother me on a Sunday at 8:00 in the morning.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Wow.
Like, it's just, guys, honestly, like when we didn't have to wear masks anymore at work, she was like, oh my God, you're wearing lipstick. And I'm like, oh my God, you're wearing an outfit that still doesn't match. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep. You got a Maury.
Oh my God. Well, do you feel better now that you got that off your chest?
Yeah, guys, you know what? Honestly, you guys make me laugh. It's my day off. I'm hoping I don't get any phone calls, but I needed it off my chest.
You're the best.
Girl, thank you so much for reaching out.
Thank you, guys.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Alex, what's going on, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're good, buddy. What's going on with you? What's on your mind?
I'd like to hear some comforting words from you guys about grieving.
Oh, yeah. Alex, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha fixed my life. I know you've had many FMLs just like this one, but here I am to add one more to the stack. My mom unexpectedly passed away back in June, and I'm having trouble with functioning daily. It's been difficult to not be sad, upset, and angry when I am alone at home. Sorry about your mom, dude.
Buddy, so sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, it's been tough.
What do you find the most difficult?
It's just like having nobody around you, just a sense of being lonely and kind of not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
No.
Okay, no siblings. How about your dad?
No.
No dad. So you literally are trying to
Alone.
get through this by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah, bro, you're orphaned, right? Even though you're grown, you still, you feel abandoned and alone and all that other stuff. Like you're not just grieving your mom dying, like you're grieving your life, right?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's and like friends and family have been helpful, and obviously they've been there for me when needed. But it's like I'm at the point now where I feel like I can't really rely on them every day for these things. I kind of just need to, kind of just get my way going and go, just walk down the path, I guess, right?
Do you feel that you are currently grieving, or do you feel like it hasn't hit you yet?
It comes in spurts, but I don't think it's actually hit me yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all the feelings, they're just kind of like jumbled up. Like one day you could be sad, one day you could be angry, one day you could be like kind of confused.
Yeah, like when you wake up in the morning, you don't really know how the day's going to be.
Yeah.
Kind of just let things come at you.
I'll tell you, you may not have had it yet. I don't know. Maybe you have. Your worst day that you're going to probably be the hardest on yourself, and you're probably going to feel the worst since your mom died. Your worst day is going to be when you go through a full day without thinking about it. And then you're going to realize, I didn't think about it today.
Oh, what? And then you're going to feel guilty?
And you're going to feel guilty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a terrible day. But that is progress. Okay. And I had, said, to people, and I put it in my book and everything else. And that was when my dad, when my dad first died, you hear from a lot of people. And if anybody had asked me, how long does it hurt for? Right. At the time, I would have said, I don't know. I don't know, but I'll let you know when I do know. And now I know, all these years later, having been 20 years plus, I guess it is now. I'm not even sure. But, if somebody asks me now, how long is it going to hurt? My answer to that is forever. Because for as long as my dad is dead and I'm still alive, it's going to hurt, right? You just have to learn to live with it, and you have to stop waiting for it to go away, right? Because that's when you don't grieve properly, and stop and don't feel the need to perform grief. I did that for so long, where I thought that I needed to be this sort of grieving son for people that I worked with and everything else. But I felt nothing, and it only made it worse, right? I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for it to happen. And I didn't properly grieve when my dad died until 15 plus years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was a real long time. But guilt is what I felt. I felt a lot of guilt, and I don't know, and I'm sure that Mocha has thoughts on this as well. But it's I know that you're probably looking to try and figure out how do I just get through a day, right?
Yeah, and you know what? Work's been really steady through everything, so that's taken my mind off of things. But you know what it is? I'm at a point now where it's basically it's me for myself, and I just got to kind of do some different things and get myself out there and, just get my mind off of things.
Keep yourself distracted? Are you that type of person that you need to keep yourself distracted in order to not be able to think about those things?
Yeah, it's so difficult when I'm home alone.
Yeah,
so I've just been trying to do things to get away from the home and everything.
Yeah. So maybe that's part of the answer for you, is to find things that distract your mind. But I would also say, I haven't lost a parent, so I can't speak for you or for you, Roz, but allowing yourself to go through those emotions and not fighting any of those feelings. Allow yourself to go through, any of the grief process.
Yeah.
I will say this and this is the thing that got me through a lot, dude, that on days when you sort of feel like you have nothing left, and on days when you can't stop feeling alone, and on days when you don't know if you're going to be able to do even like the most simple sort of tasks, and you haven't talked to another person, and you really don't want to connect in any sort of way, and you're sort of falling down into a hole, right? The thing I will say to you is, on those days when you feel like that, your mission is to just be the kid she raised.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents, your mom set you up for this, and you didn't even know.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what it is? It's the mental hurdle right now. It's all that it is.
And it's going to be.
It's going to be there for a long time, man.
Does talking about it with us, Alex, help like a little bit at least?
No, it does. You guys have been fantastic.
And don't avoid doing those things that other people say trigger you. You know what I mean? Like if you and your ma had something fun that you used to do together, like I don't know, like puzzles or whatever it is, don't stop doing that stuff. Do it all.
No, I have zero plans to stop doing any of that.
Okay.
Okay, good buddy.
Are you guys going to ask me who my favorite is?
Oh, bro.
Honestly? Was this like okay, whatever, man. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, Roz, 100%.
Oh, wow. Troll job.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
This FML like really happened, right? Like it's not a troll.
No.
Okay.
1,000,000%.
Okay, so you didn't
But I listen to you guys
troll to get on the
all the
radio
time.
to talk to us just so we can ask who your favorite is.
No.
Yeah. Okay. And bro, I'm going to tell you this right now. I didn't know your ma, but just from everything that you've told me, I think that I was her favorite as well.
Oh, shut up.
100%. Actually, we would listen to the podcast together and stuff. So it was always nice listening to her laugh about it and everything.
Oh, man. Listen, Alex, you're going to be okay, man, okay?
I appreciate it, guys. It was nice talking to you both.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
If you pick up the latest edition of Hello Canada magazine, you'll see some beautiful photos of Roz and his family, along with a great article that Hello Canada wrote regarding Roz's memoir, A Little Bit Broken. Allison Eastwood is Hello Canada's editor-in-chief and joins us right now. Welcome back, Allison. How's it going?
I'm really happy that we are celebrating somebody very close to all our hearts this week on the cover of Hello. Finally made it onto our cover. We have this beautiful feature, which I think you may have had a peek at already. It was so much fun to do. I mean, your dynamic as a family is just so warm, and like you totally rolled with it. You like handed up to the camera as we knew you would do. And we have to send a special thanks to Catherine and Roxy, because I know that Roxy was a little hesitant about taking part, but she was fantastic. But I have to tell you something. I don't have a copy of your book. I haven't read your book, and what I want to know is, did Maury make it in?
Did Maury make it in? Hold on, Allison, I will read you exactly. By the way, I love you and miss you, and it's been way too long since I've seen you. Maury, what's your page?
291.
291. Hold on a second, Allison.
Bro, you wrote the book. You don't even remember?
Do I remember where Maury is? No, hold on a second here. I got to
Hold on, you remember in such detail stuff from your childhood, stuff that happened to you like 10 years ago.
What page stuff is on.
I don't know if you heard me. 291.
So, Allison, on page 291, there is in very, 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 I asked for the smallest print imaginable. There's a footnote at the bottom that just simply reads, anyone who's ever written a book has that one friend who's going to skim through the entire thing looking for their own name. Maury Sherman, this is for you.
Now Allison doesn't need to read the book.
That's amazing.
I have to apologize to Allison, too, because what happened is when Catherine and I did the proposal, okay, we did the proposal on like a Sunday.
Yeah.
And the crew from Hello Magazine were coming out to interview us like less than 7 days later.
Oh,
okay.
geez. Okay.
And at the time, nobody knew. My mom didn't know. Catherine's parents didn't know. Nobody knew that this proposal had even happened.
Yeah.
And Hello, because they need so much time to just like sort of, get it all right in the pictures and the article and everything else, we couldn't tell them, right?
Wait.
So we
didn't take it personally.
No.
But you know what was quite serendipitous is that Roz's feature got bumped for the Queen. So it actually worked out perfectly.
If the timing had worked out like the original plan was, then the proposal may not have made it. It just would have been a feature about the book.
Yeah, because this was the problem is that I didn't know at the time when I was going to release the proposal video. And at the time, you guys, Allison at Hello, weren't 100% sure on when this was going to be released. So there was no way to know, and I couldn't say anything until I knew when the video was going to be released. So as soon as I released the video, I'm like, we get a hold of Hello, and literally then all the stuff made it in. And Allison, the question that you guys had, because you're Allison and because it's Hello Canada, the question was there a ring? And at the time of the proposal, there was no ring. But Allison, you'll be happy to know that there is a ring now.
There is a ring
There
now.
is a ring. Catherine went and picked it up the other day. Yeah. So there is a ring.
Tell us about the ring.
I don't know a lot about it. You'll have to.
It's a ring. It fits. It looks nice.
Oh my God! Shattering all our romantic illusions right there. We're trying to build you up here, Roz.
Allison Eastwood is on the phone with us right now. Hello Canada's editor-in-chief. Back in 2013, Allison, you guys named Roz as one of the 50 most beautiful Canadians.
And I love that actually made it into Roz's book.
Why has it not happened since? And is this feature in Hello Canada to make up for the fact that it hasn't happened since?
Yes, it's a gigantic mea culpa for not having Roz on our most beautiful list for 9 years. No. I mean, in our defense, we actually haven't had that list in a few years, although we might be bringing it back in 2023. But, we have to mix it up. There's a lot of beautiful Canadians. But as we say in the article, Roz is still beautiful to us. And also, he did make it onto our best dressed Canadians list in 2016.
Girl, that's so long ago, though.
Yeah.
I do have one question, okay?
I'm not saying anything.
So talking about photos, I love the pictures that are included in Hello Canada, which is out right now. One of the photos, Roz.
Yeah.
Catherine's playing in the backyard with, what's the game?
Ladder golf.
That's it. And then you are standing there with your lawnmower.
Right.
Barefoot. Super dangerous, by the way.
Yeah.
But your lawnmower
Yeah.
is like pristine, clean, looks like it had never been used before.
Yeah.
I need to know from you, how long did you spend cleaning that lawnmower before the photo shoot with Hello Canada?
Okay, quite a while, first of all. But also the entire crew at Hello Canada thought I was bonkers because I'm out there in a white suit at that point, right? And I know where they're shooting, and I'm out there in a white suit with a hose in one hand spraying down my mower, and then I would go and grab the leaf blower. Anytime a leaf fell on my perfect lawn, I was out there with the leaf blower, and when I found out the angle, I looked at the photographer, and I was like, I need to know the exact angle, and he showed me the angle, and I went and stood where he stood to see where I would stand, and I tracked the path and pulled out every single piece of grass that was too long, that didn't match by hand, because I needed the grass to look great.
Oh my God. You are nuts. Wow. Allison Eastwood, always a pleasure having you on the Roz and Mocha Show. Thank you so much. You are the editor-in-chief at Hello Canada, and the magazine is out right now featuring Roz, Catherine, and their daughter Roxy, and the article is just wonderfully written, and the photos look just absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
Any Roz fans out there, if you want to go and grab an issue and tweet a picture of you holding Roz in your hands, then go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
At Hello Canada.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well, here we are.
Oh my. I get so excited for this. I was looking forward to this all weekend. And I had a great weekend.
7 episodes in now.
3 more to go. Woo!
Dammit Maury and his husband, Dammit Matthew, have been watching on a weekly basis House of the Dragon and giving their recap, giving their thoughts. and I know it's enjoyable to a lot of people, including you, Roz, who are huge Game of Thrones fans. But you are experiencing the show this season strictly from the view of the Damnits. You haven't watched an episode at all.
I decided to not watch the show because I enjoyed their recaps so much that I wanted to experience the show through the eyes of Dammit Maury and his husband, Dammit Matthew. Yeah. And last week, controversy, because the Damnits, if you remember, were very confused because there was a time jump in House of the Dragon where they jumped forward like 10 years. So all the characters were the same, but a lot of the actors were different.
Well,
and so they were
who didn't
very
even look like the people who before.
Right. So they were very confused. And because they were confused, I was confused. But I hope we get things back on track this week.
So, so 7 episodes in.
Man.
And you said, what, 3 to go, Dammit Maury?
Yes, there's 10. And I looked it up because I'm like, how many more?
Is Matthew happy that things are wrapping up soon?
It's so funny because every week I have to convince him to do this. Then he loves it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here we go. Episode 7 recap, House of the Dragon, with Dammit Maury and Dammit Matthew.
Lord, give us the strength. Here we go again.
Oh, God, no. Do we have to? Like, enough with the theme song.
Well, we have to have some sort of an intro.
No.
So there was the funeral for Prince,
I don't know how
Damon.
you remember this. There's too many characters on the show. I don't know who anybody is.
Well,
anymore.
I'm paying attention.
No, and then they recasted half these people. I don't know.
So Prince Damon's wife's funeral starts off the episode and he laughs at her funeral.
They just tossed that casket out to sea.
I was thinking that's kind of cool. It saves
That's
on
probably
digging.
Cheaper, yeah, cheaper.
And then I was admiring the funeral and how there was no funeral food.
Yes, there was.
No, there was booze, but they didn't have lumps of tuna.
Well, there was some type of Shiva after.
Then we find out that the king and queen, House of Calgarian,
There's 2 sets of kings and queens.
but the ones with the long white hair.
They all have white hair. They all have white, blonde, horrible, bleached hair.
Okay, well, Princess Rhiannon married these people's gay son. And then the queen was telling that prince's father that Rhiannon's kids don't have his blood.
Right, okay, and he was like, blood doesn't matter. Only the names are what people remember in history or something.
Sounds like denial to me. They must have saved a crap ton of money on not even putting a damn spotlight on anybody on that beach this
They
episode.
need a key light. I think literally their light on set was the f***ing moon. Like, that's it. They need a key light. Like, I can't
Our TV looks off. It is, but what we did see through the light of the moon is is back, y'all.
I don't know. I couldn't tell who's who.
No, it was Princess Rhiannon and Damon. They had full on. They made out and then they undressed each other and full on.
Sister and brother.
They full on did it.
I can't believe it. What is going on, like, in this city?
Well, you tell me, what are you supposed to do when there's literally nothing to do?
They're literally bored.
But I think they were caught. It's hard to tell. And then one of the sons of Princess Rhiannon stole the other family's dragon.
How dare they?
And then he flew the dragon, a joyride to that family's, I guess, house. And then all the cousins started having a fist fight. Children were fighting.
And then that one kid stabbed, like, he didn't even stab. It was like sliced his face up the cheek, through the eye. I don't even know how he survived that.
And then they decided to show us the stitching of the eye socket.
Oh my God, I'm still nauseous. Don't. It's like literally like I have to swallow so that I don't puke. Like it's.
They added in the stounds. They
Stop. Oh my God, I can't. Stop.
But the king saying, okay, it sucks, we'll move on, but not the queen.
No, she wants revenge. She wants an eye in return. An eye for an eye. Maybe that's where it came from.
If you had to keep one eye and lose one eye, would you rather keep the left or right?
Maybe I'd keep my right eye because I'm right-handed. I don't know.
What a wild ending.
What an ending. I am telling you, this one's for the books. Yep.
Well, who's excited for episode 8? And with that,
Great recap.
I love it.
Great
Sounds like you guys
recap.
love it too. That is Dammit Maury and his husband, Dammit Matthew, a.k.a. the Damnits, with your episode 7 recap of House of the Dragon.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Nov, what's up? It's Roz and Mocha.
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Okay, so Nov texted this. Hey, guys, longtime listener. But I've never seen what Roz and Mocha look like. I think about it whenever I listen to the show, and my wife thought it'd be a good idea for me to describe what I envision. So, Nov, like, with all the access that you have.
How have you not even accidentally seen?
Uh-huh.
You know what? I wanted to do it one day, and I had like 2 seconds to check, and I couldn't figure out how to spell your name.
Oh. So wait. So how long exactly have you been listening to the Roz and Mocha Show?
At least 10 years. Like
10
as long
years?
as
Bro, like it's impossible. Like if you like, there have been so many television commercials. Like you have to say that you've never watched the baseball or hockey or whatever game and saw a commercial.
You've
We've had
never watched
billboards
City TV
all over this city.
You've never taken
forever.
public transit, even like
never
driving in the car and seeing a bus go by.
Like the ads on social media, like everything. Like
you
it's
don't follow
crazy
us
to
on
me.
social, anything like that?
No, I like the only exposure I have to you guys is every time I drive in the morning. I sometimes listen to you guys whenever I can.
Okay, so you've never seen us.
No.
What do you? Does your wife know what we look like?
Yeah, like I tried to describe you guys to her, and she kind of laughed and said, "I think you should call in and describe it to the audience."
Okay.
So let's start with Roz. What do you think Roz looks like?
Well, I know Roz is an older gentleman, I guess, right? So,
Yes, bingo.
You know, you're a wise guy, a smart guy, always has the right answer. So, I just imagine you to be like a tall, like 6.5 foot guy, just nicely maintained white hair. Maybe you got some wrinkles, some deep wrinkles, but I imagine that looks okay on you.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe a little bit of a hunch as you walk down the street. Probably wearing jeans on a daily basis with a dress shirt.
Okay. What does a face look like?
Like an older guy, so just wrinkles.
Compare it to somebody. Compare it to somebody. Like use a point of reference here. Like are we talking like when you say like older face? Like are you talking like George Clooney old or like Sir Ian McKellen old?
Maybe more towards George Clooney. Just maybe some blue eyes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Like good looking?
Yeah,
okay.
good looking.
Okay,
for an older
dapper.
guy.
So he's not Gandalf.
Oh, good looking for an older guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, like the
Okay.
Dasaki's guy?
Yeah. Okay. So now do Mocha.
Mocha is just a young guy. He's got high energy, really animated. Maybe a little bit short. In my head, maybe even abnormally short, around the 5 foot range.
Abnormal. Okay, go on.
But it's all good. I mean, you make up for it with really fashionable stuff. You got nice sneakers on all the time, wearing jackets in the summer, that kind of guy.
Okay. Okay.
What about his face? Like describe what he looks like.
You know what? Like when I think about Mocha, I think about that comedian Aziz.
Aziz Ansari.
Aziz Ansari. Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I envision you look like.
Okay. So brown guy then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Roz? White guy, black guy, brown guy, Asian? What do you think?
Roz, I think, is a white guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I on the money here?
Yeah, you're very
Wait,
close.
wait, hold on. Just go back to the young thing. How young do you think I am?
I would say mid-30s. Like you're a super positive guy. So like I just imagine you always smiling, just constant smile on your face and nice teeth and all.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so I'm like a good-looking older wise guy. Mocha, according to you, is like a chubby Aziz Ansari.
Hey, he didn't say chubby.
That's what he said.
No, wait, did you say chubby?
I didn't say chubby, but
that's what I heard. Sorry, that's what I heard.
I swear.
You were so looking forward to him thrashing me. You were so looking forward to him thrashing me.
I was ready to get in on all these Gandalf jokes I had lined up, ready to go.
I will say this though. I will say this. Like having listened to the show and putting the mental image together, I'll tell you one. Like you said one thing, man, which hit close to home, and it wasn't like that. I'm gray or whatever else.
The wrinkles?
No, it wasn't even the wrinkles. It was when you said I walked down the street with a little bit of a hunch.
Yeah. I mean, Roz, I imagine you're in your 60s probably.
Shut up.
Yeah.
How old's Mocha?
Is that true?
He said mid-30s.
Mocha's probably in his mid-30s, I think.
Yo, on the money.
Shut up.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you wanna quickly on your phone right now just Google Razamoka and see what we look like?
Yeah. How do you guys spell your name?
Oh, shut up, dude.
ROZ
Okay.
and Mocha, MOCHA.
CHA. Okay. That's what I had wrong. Wow. Okay. Oh, so Roz, you have a beard.
Yeah, I do.
And Mocha has a beard too. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are good-looking guys. I take it all back. It's you're way younger than I thought, and wow, you got some rich hair there.
Shut up, man. Okay.
Rich.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. These conversations do nothing for the self-esteem, by the way.
Yeah, every time I listen to you, I had that image of you. So now it's completely different. But
oh man.
So, are you glad that you now know what we look like, or has this now reality ruined it for you?
Yeah, no, you look a lot hipper. So I think it's in the right direction.
Cool, a hip old guy. That's great. A hip hunchy old guy.
No, you're the best. Take care, dude.
You too. Take care.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I love it. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Kesha's mom, Phoebe Seibert, is talking about the lyric from Kesha's 2010 hit called Cannibal, which they reference Jeffrey Dahmer. If you remember, Katy Perry went through this last week with that lyric from, what was the song? Dark Horse, where they referenced Jeffrey Dahmer as well. And
Katy Perry never said anything about it.
She didn't say anything about it, and I don't think, was it Juicy J?
Juicy J never said anything
about it. So people were going after these two songs, Dark Horse by Katy Perry and then Cannibal by Kesha. Kesha's mom, Phoebe, was actually the one who wrote that lyric referencing Jeffrey Dahmer in Cannibal. So if you don't remember the lyric, so here it is here.
I want your liver on a platter. Use your finger to stir my tea. And for dessert, I'll suck your teeth. Be too sweet and you'll be a goner. Yep. I'll pull a Jeffrey Dahmer. Eat boys up. Breakfast and lunch.
So there it is there. And here is Kesha's mom, who wrote that lyric, talking to fans because of all of the attention the song's been
The
getting.
whole Jeffrey Dahmer lyric in Cannibal is a big controversy right now. And I thought I'd just say a few things about it because that was my line that I wrote in Cannibal. At the time, Kesha and the other writer were too young to even know who Jeffrey Dahmer was. Literally, the way it happened is I have this rhyming program called Master Writer for Songwriters. We were looking for a rhyme for Goner. At the very end of the widest rhymes was Jeffrey Dahmer. And I was like, oh my God, that's a perfect lyric. Not to be insensitive to anybody whose families were involved in this and lost loved ones. At the time, it was a song that we were writing about Kesha. Like, Kesha was not the most popular girl in high school, and she ended up not even getting asked to the prom. Later on, when she got famous, all these guys that, never paid any attention to her were coming around and like, remember me, and she's like, now that I'm famous, you're up my anus. It was a tongue-in-cheek, funny song. It was not actually about cannibalism. It was just a title. I'm sorry for anyone who's lost a family member in this tragedy. We certainly never meant to hurt anybody.
And because of the popularity of that Dahmer show on Netflix, there is a Canadian memorabilia site called Cult Collectibles who are selling Jeffrey Dahmer's prison reading glasses for $150,000. They also have his prison Bible and family photos and documents. And this was, I guess, done on behalf of Jeffrey Dahmer's dad, who agreed, this guy who runs Cult Collectibles, agreed to manage and sell the collection for a portion of the profits. So a lot of people wanting Jeffrey Dahmer's stuff. You know what I have? It was given to me, which was, and I don't even know where it is. I don't even know why I kept it, to be honest with you. But years ago, remember that show Prison Break? Mm-hmm. Right? So Prison Break was shot in a actual prison that had been shut down. They moved all the prisoners over to this new prison. Mm-hmm. But it was in Chicago. And
I remember watching an episode of E.T. Canada when you went there.
When I went there, I went to this prison, and it was creepy as hell because like a lot of the stuff was still there. They just there was filing cabinets like still full of papers and everything else, really? Right? Like it was a real wild place. And they took me into this one section where they sort of housed at the time the most kind of like notorious people who had stayed there. And they brought me by the John Wayne Gacy cell. Mm-hmm. And they were like, this is where Gacy was his whole time.
That's the guy that shot JFK?
No, John Wayne Gacy's the one who dressed like a clown.
He was the clown. Yeah, a serial killer. Like terrible person. And when we were walking around, this guy from the crew was taking me around, and inside, like hanging on the inside of the door that led to where they kept John Wayne Gacy, there was a padlock, like this really old, big, thick, heavy padlock, and it was open. And he literally just pulled it out of the thing and handed it to me and went, "Here, you want this?" And I was like, "Sure." And I stuffed it in my pocket, and it was the lock from the door that would take you to the Gacy cell. Right? And I still have this thing somewhere.
Where? You don't
I have
even know
no
where?
idea where it is.
You can make money for that.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to make money off it, though. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
kinda
thing, right?
weird.
Like, I don't want to be in the selling
it's not.
serial
I don't-
killer memorabilia world,
Well,
man.
I mean, this one's the one you have is a little less creepy than than the glasses.
No, I get you. So $150,000 is what they're expecting to get for Jeffrey Dahmer's glasses.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We were talking last week that the house from Stranger Things in Fayetteville, Georgia, went up for sale. This was the buyer's house from Stranger Things. And like the inside looks like, sometimes when the house is just the exterior kind of thing from a show and then they just create a set. But the inside of this house, like, is the actual house where they shot. It was for sale for $300,000. Apparently, it went for double. And it went to an investor, and as investors do, they're going to turn the house into a themed Airbnb. So they're going to recreate the buyer's house, and then they're also going to invest in turning some parts of the house into the upside down.
You know what?
Yeah.
Not a lot of work, because when you look at the pictures online, the place looks dumpy.
It does.
Already.
But the problem is that if you're going to start renting it out, you have to do all the big jobs.
Oh, I guess you got to bring it up to code.
You have to bring it up to code and stuff, right? But you have to still make it look dumpy. So it's almost a restoration project, which costs triple the amount of any sort of renovation project. But so that's the deal with the Stranger Things house, is they are going to turn it into a destination Airbnb with, I guess, like they'll put the lights on the wall and stuff like
sucks?
this.
And nobody's even still I know he's not the real kid, but he's the kid. Like, nobody's gonna want to stay in Will's room.
It's also his birthday today.
No, nobody's going to want to stay in Will's room. Nobody's going to want to stay in Will's room.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Blonde, the #1 movie on Netflix. However, viewers are like...
Wait, what? Which movie?
Blonde. It's the Marilyn Monroe movie.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Is it really, huh?
I turned it off.
So there's a couple problems with Blonde. So a lot of the reviews are calling it just sexist and cruel and one of the most despicable movies ever made. This was the thing that got a 14-minute standing ovation from critics at the Venice Film Festival. And that just shows you, when things go to film festival, just how differently they translate in the real world. One of the biggest examples of that is when... Hustlers was at the Toronto International Film Festival, and then that's when everybody was saying that movie was going to win a ton of Academy Awards, and then everybody was so disappointed when it didn't win Academy Awards. You're like, it's not
J-Lo, right?
The J-Lo stripper movie. You're like, it's not an Academy Award movie, but the same thing with Blonde. Venice, 14-minute standing ovation. Blonde is based, so here's the problem with the film, right, is that people don't know that it's based on basically fan fiction, okay? So Blonde was based on the novel by Joyce Carol Oates. It came out years ago. And it's a fictionalized version of Marilyn Monroe's life. And one of the big scenes in Blonde is there's a rape scene between somebody who is supposed to be JFK and the Marilyn Monroe character, right? And it's a brutal scene. But there is no evidence whatsoever that any of that actually ever happened in the way that it went down in the book or in the movie. But people are coming away from this now thinking that actually happened, that it's documented in some form somewhere because it was in a book. But the book is a fictionalized version.
See, I didn't know any of that.
See, and
if
that's
I wanted to watch a movie without hearing you say this,
Yeah.
I would have thought everything in that movie is facts.
And that's the problem with the movie. How far did you watch the whole thing more?
Once she was having an affair with 2 gay guys, and I knew there was no way that was true.
Right.
And there was like zero storyline. I was like, I can't watch this.
Is there a...
Did you finish it though?
No, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Is there like a disclaimer at the beginning of the movie?
No.
No, because one, you don't have to, but two, it's based on this book. This was a very famous book. It was like a New York Times bestseller.
Not even like based on the
no,
novel,
I don't.
whatever.
I don't know. I don't know because I haven't seen it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Last week tonight with John Oliver, he's so good at this stuff, man. So they put together a supercut of QVC, which is the shopping channel in the States. They put together a supercut of QVC hosts sort of using the death of Queen Elizabeth to hawk like jewelry and stuff like this. Just here, check it out.
The beautiful Queen Elizabeth just passed, but she actually wore Clark and her sister on a trip to Africa.
Because of the passing of the Queen, how we have kind of returned to the look of diamonds.
Look how rich that purple is.
I mean, you know, we're thinking about the Queen right now in England, and I think what's so gorgeous when you look at this royal purple, there is an elegance to this.
Because the thing about Queen Elizabeth too, she had someone who wore her shoes before she wore them because they broke them in, right? And she never had an uncomfortable shoe in her entire life. Well, guess what? You do not need someone to break these shoes in.
Also, who calls her Queen Elizabeth II?
Yeah, I
right?
know.
Did you catch that? Right?
Somebody who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Somebody who doesn't know.
Was that Isaac Mizrahi?
Mizrahi.
Was it? Queen Elizabeth II.
Do you like shoes? You know who loved shoes? Queen Elizabeth II.
Like she's a movie.
Good. It's so Queen Elizabeth rides again. Son of Queen Elizabeth.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, anybody watch SNL over the weekend?
I did. No.
How was it, more?
It was awful.
Was it? What was awful about it? Are you saying that just being a
funny.
hater, or
No, it wasn't fun. No, it was not funny.
But what was not funny? Because like you didn't. Because I always find that when they rebuild a cast like this, it takes a little while
the new
to.
cast looked great. There's a couple cute guys.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
what was just the writing wasn't there? Huh?
Yeah, like they had all. Come on, guys, you had all summer.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true though.
Well, how's
it's true.
Miles Teller as host? I
He
like
was
him
great.
a lot.
He was fantastic.
Yeah. I like Miles
didn't.
Teller.
He didn't screw up his lines once.
Here's Miles.
This year I was in a movie called Top Gun Maverick. And one of the things that I loved about the movie is that it really seemed to bring people together. I mean, it's not every day you get a movie that's loved by both the military community and the gay community. It worked out. It was also amazing getting to work with Tom Cruise. I mean, that guy is a legend. We both pushed ourselves to the absolute limit for this movie. I mean, he did his own stunts, and I grew my own mustache.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right. I like Miles Teller a lot, man. I'm glad that guy's doing stuff.
You made a comment earlier this year, Roz, that Top Gun is the best. I think you said it was the best movie of the year.
It's a perfect movie. It's a perfect movie.
I think it might actually be my favorite movie of the year.
It's my favorite movie that I've seen this year for sure. You haven't
dude,
more?
you'd love it, man.
Bro,
It's so
it's so
I want to
good.
watch it, but I'm waiting for the price to come down.
What do you mean?
What?
Like I'm waiting for it to be like it's
Oh,
on
for
demand.
free.
Rent?
Oh, for free. Yeah,
Or
yeah, I
no,
got
or for the rental. It has not available to rent yet. You could buy it, like you can own it on demand, but it's not rentable.
Oh,
yet.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
How much is it?
Right now it's like $25.
Oh, it's
Bro, we get that 50% discount because we work for Rogers. It's Rogers On Demand, man.
I don't think it applies to on demand.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
I rent and buy stuff all the time.
Oh, well, that changes everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Yo,
Still too
check the
expensive,
employee
Maury.
handbook,
Come
dog.
on, you know more. He's not going to pay $12. You
I
think
know.
Maury's going to pay $12 for something? Please.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Box office over the weekend. Smile was number one with $22 million. Don't Worry, Darling, still in at number two with $7.3 million. The Woman King in at number three with $7 million. And Bros, the Billy Eichner mainstream sort of gay rom-com, fourth with $4.8 million. Billy Eichner reacting on Twitter to the disappointing box office. He said, Rolling Stone has already called Bros, put it on the list of the best comedies of the 21st century. What's also true is that at one point, a theater chain called Universal and said that they were pulling the trailer because of the gay content. Universal convinced them not to. He goes on to say, that's just the world we live in, unfortunately. And then he added, straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up. He goes, everyone who isn't a homophobe or weirdo should go and see Bros tonight. You will have a blast. And it is a special and uniquely powerful to see this particular story on the big screen, especially for queer folks who don't get this opportunity often. I love this movie so much. Go Bros. I don't think it helped that the trailer was so raunchy.
I can't remember the trailer.
It would be hard to cut a trailer that wasn't.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Yeah.
Because the whole movie's like that?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Sure.
Like, he's right. Do yourself a favor.
Right.
Trust him. Go see the movie. You will, it is honestly hilarious.
I'll tell you something interesting. So we started watching that because I love what's his name? Doogie Howser. What's that guy's name?
Oh, Neil Patrick
Neil
Harris?
Patrick Harris. Love Neil Patrick Harris. Love almost everything Neil
what's that
Patrick
show
Harris
called?
has been in.
Is it Uncoupled?
And he did his show on Netflix. Catherine and I started watching it.
Fantastic.
On Netflix. And I'll tell you where that sort of gay rom-com comedy stuff loses it with people, not sort of with me, but I will say with women, right? Is that in that show, especially that show, it's all about sending D-pics to people, right? It's a huge part of the culture, a huge part of picking up. He's reluctant to do it, and they're like, no, do it. That's just what you have to do. And then there's a funny scene of him doing it, everything
but it would
else.
be hard to do a gay rom-com and not do that because then
but
the
what
gay
I-
people are going to say, but you didn't
Right,
do
but
that.
I'm telling you, the problem, though, is women don't like that.
But that's what happens in the gay world
I
when
know,
you're single.
but what I'm saying is women don't like getting D-pics, right? So that whole storyline is unattractive to half your audience.
Okay, but it's reality.
Right? I'm not saying it's not reality, but I'm saying when you're trying to relate to a much broader audience, you have things in your film and your show that make it difficult to do
Also,
so.
Neil Patrick Harris trying to take one in the gym is
It
very
was
funny.
hysterical. I laughed my ass off at that scene. I really did. Catherine didn't find it funny.
Or when I guess he handed his phone to his assistant and she was scrolling and saw
Yes,
one.
I
Very
fully
funny.
get that. Again,
I'm waiting
not
for Mocha
funny.
to say spoiler
Again,
alert.
not funny if you're a woman. If your boss hands you the phone and you work for that guy and you scroll through and you see his D-pic, that's not cool.
But it's his
right?
phone.
I understand it's his phone. I get all that, but I think that like that's the sort of there's a disconnect there. But I love that. And I'm with you, Maury. I love that scene. I laughed my ass off at that scene when Neil Patrick,
You and I should watch stuff
Harris.
together.
We are not watching.
That's a great
shows.
idea.
Shut up. what the hell? I don't need you in on this, man.
Good idea.
At all.
How's
no,
tonight, guys?
no,
Good?
it's
Yeah?
not
Cool?
good.
Okay.
No, it's not good at all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Brittany's mom apologized to Brittany in her comments on Instagram. So Brittany posted a meme that says, I've been sorry. Brittany's meme was, I'm not perfect, I'm me. And then Brittany said, talking about her family, they could have at least take responsibility for their actions and actually own up to the fact they hurt me. For me, just a genuine apology would help give me closure. And then her mom, Lynn Spears, jumped in the comments and said, I am so sorry for your pain. I've been sorry for years. I love you so much and miss you. Please unblock me so I can speak to you in person. Brittany, deep down, you know how much I love and miss you. I apologize for anything and everything that's hurt you. So whether Brittany unblocked her or not, I guess we will never know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's going to be postseason ball at Rogers Center. Blue Jays have locked up home field advantage for their upcoming wild card series. Do we know who that's with yet? No, right? No, we do not. That's kind of cool. The first time since when? Like 2016, 2017 or something like that? Yeah, been a long time.
Go Jays.
Yeah, man. I'm stoked for that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kim Kardashian is ordered to pay just about $1.3 million to the Security and Exchange Commission after she was fined for promoting the cryptocurrency Ethereum Max without disclosing that she was paid $250,000 for the online promotion. So the fine is $1.26 million with interest, and she also has to pay back the $250,000 she was paid for the ad. Now, when she did originally post, she did do hashtag ad at the bottom. This was in 2021. But according to the SAC, despite that, they said investors weren't made aware of her being paid for the ad. So
yeah, but presumably
it's not clear enough.
So who does she pay that money to?
The SEC, it's a fine. And then she's not allowed to, I think that she's not allowed
go on Instagram for a day?
No. She's not allowed to promote any digital assets for the next 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But apparently she complied. She was like totally fine. Didn't try and fight this at all. Was like, whatever you got for me, I'm going to take it. And that's all.
She knows the
that's
law
all
now,
good.
right?
Exactly.
Past that bar.
Yeah.
Or baby bar.
Yeah, exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Whoopi Goldberg took issue yesterday on The View. So Whoopi has a new movie out called Till. This is the true story of the 1955 lynching of 14-year-old Emmett Till in Mississippi for whistling at a white woman. Now, the movie, which just premiered at the New York Film Festival, chronicles the extraordinary efforts of Mamie Till Mobley to find justice after Emmett's death. And Whoopi plays Alma, the grandmother of Emmett Till. And one review, I believe, is on the Daily Beast, said that they were distracted while watching the film because of Whoopi Goldberg's fat suit. And so here is what Whoopi had to say and the problem with that comment yesterday on The View.
There was a young lady who writes, and she was distracted by my fat suit in her review. You should know that was not a fat suit. That was me, and that was steroids. Remember last year I had
you were
and I was very
sick.
And
you were in the hospital.
But I just want to let you know that it's okay not to be a fan of a movie, but you want to leave people's looks out. So just comment on the acting, and if you have a question, ask somebody.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, not a fat suit. And in that original review, there's now an editor's note that reads that it has been updated to reflect that Whoopi Goldberg says she was not wearing a fat suit.
Oh, no. Just take that part out then. If you know the truth.
You have to do an update, right? Like you can't just delete. You have to sort of, these things are living, breathing things, these articles,
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You remember when Colin Jost and Pete Davidson bought a New York Staten Island ferry, like one of the older boats, right? And I think they're turning it into like a nightclub. I think that's the deal, right?
Really?
Yeah, I think they want to turn it into a nightclub, which to me sounds like a terrible idea. But anyway, Colin Jost was on with Seth Meyers talking about the sort of money and the issues and everything else that come along with buying a boat, but also reveals what they named it.
But do give me an update on the ferry that you bought with Pete Davidson.
Financially, it's going great. I mean, it is. We are printing money. It is our own money. It's ferry bucks, but we are printing it desperately, hoping that a dock will take it for payment.
So you don't have a dock yet?
It's basically docked. I mean, it's not going to just drift into the Manhattan or anything.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
That's great.
It's tied down. This is why idiots should not be allowed to do things.
Yeah.
Pete and I bought this boat, and then, there's so many immediate decisions you have to make. And one of them is you have to create a financial entity to deal with this boat. And so we're on a call, and I'm just like, all right, well, how about Titanic 2?
No.
And everyone on the call is like, oh, that's great, let's do that. So that goes into a contract, right?
No.
And so now suddenly we're looking for insurance, which we have to buy because it's a giant death trap boat. So you have to get insurance, and then every insurance company's like, it's called Titanic 2?
We couldn't come up with a better name?
Bro. My God. Sort of want to party on their Staten Island ferry, though, huh?
On the Titanic,
those
too?
things are huge, too.
I know.
Right? Like, they're massive boats.
I wonder how much money they spend on just keeping that boat where it is, docked.
And
any type of upkeep.
Yeah, and the renovation on a boat, like anything you do to a boat is like 5 times the amount that you're going to do to like your basement.
Yeah.
Like everything is so expensive with a boat. And those ferries, those Staten Island ferries are huge.
Yeah.
They transport a lot of sad people back and forth every day.
Yeah.
Right?
There's going to be a lot of sad New Yorkers partying on Titanic, too.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What the hell's Kanye West doing in a White Lives Matter shirt at his fashion show, man?
Okay.
Explain this to me. So he was with, Candace Owens, right?
Yeah.
Who she's like, I don't know what the hell Candace Owens is. Commentator, I guess, pundit, I don't know. But she was wearing a White Lives Matter shirt as well. And were people in his fashion show also wearing White Lives Matter shirts? That's what I heard.
From the footage that I saw, I don't know, maybe you guys saw different footage. I only saw Kanye and Candace Owens wearing.
Their clothes were whack, man.
The shirts. I saw the kids walking around or other people walking around who were in the fashion show were just like black clothing. They didn't have any logos.
It says here in the Daily Mail, it says that the models in Kanye's show also wore clothing with a message written across it.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you know what? This was
like, listen, I'm all for like, God, I love, like, we don't have artists that like really, really go out of their way to piss people off and stir the pot anymore, right?
Mhm.
Because you get canceled and you get too many people in your organization. And it used to be the way that you would do this kind of thing, and it was a statement and you had your beliefs behind it and you would stand behind your beliefs, but it just makes no sense. Like when Madonna did the Like a Prayer video, which I know in hindsight now is ridiculous, right? It's whatever. It's a pop music video. When Madonna did the Like a Prayer video, and it was like a black Jesus in the video, and there was like a crucifixion, the cross burning, everything. Like that was, you have to understand, this was like lead story on the news. Like 60 Minutes did stuff on this because it was so controversial at the time.
People were protesting Madonna.
Yes, like it was wild, right? Like wild. And I've always been a fan when artists, just go after things, because I think that that's one of the things that makes art great, is when artists do this kind of stuff. But you understand it, right? You understand it from an artistic point of view. I don't understand Kanye wearing a White Lives Matter shirt from an artistic point of view.
There is no art. To me, there's no artistry to it. Kanye wants attention, and then when the understandable outrage comes, he will then rage against that outrage.
Yeah. He needs an enemy, right? Kanye always has to have an enemy.
It's such a stupid thing for Kanye West to do. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Also, the closing of that show. Did you watch that show? What he had people?
Oh,
bro,
terrible.
Oh my God. What the
I'm
hell are
paying
you
for-
doing,
I'm
man?
paying for that. I feel like Kanye, I don't know if this is what his stance is going to be, but he's the type of person, I feel, that would say, like, I'm on this level of thinking up here.
Sure. Yes.
The rest of the world are down here.
Yes.
So you don't understand why I wear the clothes that I wear, or I have White Lives Matter on the shirt that I have.
Right.
Because it's for reasons only people of my intelligence know.
Yes.
You don't get it.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.